Hello everyone, welcome to a new video, and this time it is Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts again. Like the last video, I said if it gets, a decent amount of likes, or, just likes, I would play it again. And like I said also, I'd be, with this game, be making paper ships, or ships that were just thought of but never really put on paper. There's a handful of those, or ships that were laid down but never completed, or ships that were completed but never actually got to see the battle or do what they were designed to do. So yeah, I took 4 ships, paper ships that I chose. There's plenty more, but I chose 4 out of random and put those 4 in a random list generator, randomized it 4 times to give them all an even chance, and the design that came up was the Tillman. So in this video, we're going to try to make a Tillman design, or a Tillman style. So yeah. So let's clear this. So Tillman 1920, America versus Germany, because I'm pretty sure that's what Mr. Tillman wanted to fight. So we're going to have an engagement range of 1,200 meters, and we're going to have 2 Tillmans. The Germans are going to have, 8. Maybe that'll give them a good chance. Hell, I don't even know, but yeah. So this is what the battle shall consist. It's going to be 1920. Let's put it up to 22. Let's see if they are able to do anything with that. But yeah, Germans are going to have 8 battleships. Actually, hang on. I'm really wanting to see how these ships would handle, say, if it was the Battle of Jutland, but for some reason with American ships. The Americans were able to fight some of the Germans. So, hang on, let me look up exactly the numbers. So, the Germans had 99 ships during the Battle of Jutland. So let's assume that out of their 16 battleships, 4 escaped, and out of their battle cruisers, 2. So, yeah. Screw the heavy cruisers and the light cruisers, because those have torpedoes, and this is a surface ship. This is a big surface ship, so it should also fight some also large surface ships. Who am I kidding? We'll add 2 heavy cruisers. That'll give the Germans a decent chance, yeah. So, small-ish German task force that is lost during the Battle of Jutland and runs into the American Tillman fleet, yeah. So, without further ado, let's unlock this. Actually, nah. Yep, let's design her. Oh. Okay. This isn't the hull that I really wanted. Let's go back. Let's put it up to 25. Yeah, now let's go to designer again. Yep, okay, this is the hull that I need. Actually, what's the minimum that I can, give me a second. 23. Doesn't show up in 23. 24? Yep, okay. So, 1924. This is the year that we're going to use. So, I guess while building it, I'll talk about the Tillman design ship, or style, yeah. So, the Tillman design was drawn up, if you couldn't tell, by a man named Tillman. Mr. Tillman was a senator, a U.S. senator, I forgot from where, but he was sick of the Navy designing these new ships every year and spending all this money, and he was mad about it because he was like, why are y'all designing new ships every year? Y'all already have a bunch of these older ships. Why do y'all need these newer ships? And the Navy was like, well, because, well, the enemy's making newer ships, so we gotta make some ships also. Mr. Tillman was sick of the Navy spending all that money, and he didn't think that was a good enough reason. And he said, if y'all are having to design newer, bigger ships every year, why don't y'all just build a super ship that can outdo any ship for the next, 30 to 40 years, instead of a ship that's only good for, 5 or 10 years? The Navy just sort of was like, that's a good point, but we don't really have the time or the, money for that. Mr. Tillman basically called bullshit and said, "Bull, I can design a ship that'll be exactly to the standards that we need, or y'all need." So he went to the Department of the Navy, went to all the draftees and the designers, and he said, "Design a big battleship, the biggest one that y'all can come up with." And they're like, "Okay." And he said, "The only limitation is that it has to be able to fit within the dimensions of the Panama Canal." And so that's basically what they did. They basically drew a ship that was the same size as the Panama Canal locks. Now, they took off a few inches in the width and the length and the draft, so that way it could have a little bit of wiggle room. But it was maximum, hence the name, Maximum Battleship. So there were a bunch of revisions, a bunch of designs, a bunch of everything. And though they all were pretty good, none of them were really worth the money to the Navy, because the Navy was like, "Why do we need this super battleship when we don't have any use for it? And, you know, there's no point in this ship." That was the Navy's say. Mr. Tillman basically said, "No, y'all need this ship. Trust me, y'all need this ship." The Navy basically just ignored his offer and his say and everything, and so... Oh, okay. But, yeah, after the Navy just ignoring him constantly, he was like, "Please, just design this ship. Stop making new big battleships." And the Navy basically just continued to ignore him. Until finally, Mr. Tillman died. And when he did, the Navy saw this as a big sigh of relief. To them, at least. They were like, "Finally, the dude's dead." However, though, sometimes the Navy does look at the Tillman design and say, maybe we should design it. There's always going to be that one guy that's like, maybe we should design the Tillman battleship. But then they just dismiss it. Yeah. So, I know that this isn't good enough, but you'll see why I'm doing this in a bit. Let's just get a standard barbette. But, yeah, the Navy just dismiss every single time that they're wanting to design this big, giant battleship, and they're like, there's no point in this huge ship. But sometimes it is brought up because they're like, well, you know, because oh, darn it. The Japanese had the Yamato class, and next thing they're like, oh, we need a big battleship. Why not use Mr. Tillman's design? They basically always say, no, we do not need Mr. Tillman's design. He's dead. He's not bothering us about it. We do not need to be bothered about by it by our own men, our own officers and designers. Yeah. Actually, maybe we can put a bigger forward tower. Nope. Okay. Might need to... Oh. Can 2 beating funnels fit there? Nope. Nah. Huh. Yeah, I guess that works. But, yeah, the Navy has considered it, but they always, like I said, they just forget about it. Because there's no real use for a giant ship like that, because eventually the Navy went from this, the standard class battleship to the fast battleships, because that was sort of the way that technology was going. So, you know, the waves of time turned, the Tillman just got forgotten. Actually, let's get rid of those centerline guns. I don't think she had any of those. But, yeah, with the Navy basically dismissing the Tillman, there was just no real use for it. And, the fast battleships were the way of the world, basically, and that's exactly what happened. They started using the Iowas, the South Dakotas, the Iowas, you know, all the very fast American battleships, and they would come up with the later Montana design, but that just really never did kick off. But, so, yeah, that's the Tillmans. It was a standard class battleship, actually, that was just enlarged times 10. So, this is one of the Tillman designs. I think this is Tillman 4-2? I don't know. I want to use a small funnel because, like, it'll save weight. Okay, it won't save weight. What if we use a large funnel? If we use the standard funnel, it's like at 69. Yeah. So, it's surprising. Standard funnel weights. Oh well, but actually it doesn't weigh that. But yeah, so it was a standard class that was enlarged, and there were designs, multiple revisions. I think there was a total of like 8 or so, all of which had the same dimensions except for the last 2, which were enlarged because the Panama Canal locks were also enlarged. So they were like, hey, you know, Panama Canal's been enlarged. Let's enlarge our ship. And so that's exactly what they did. Fits in there. And so, yeah, they enlarged the ship. They put bigger guns on it. So this design right here is one of the, I think it's the 4 design, the Tillman 4-2 design. But the Tillman 4-2 design, these wouldn't be 16-inch gun turrets. They would actually be 18-inch guns. And though we do have 17-inch guns, I don't think that they'll really fit. Let's just... I'll be damned, they fit. Well, it's not correct, but they fit. Sort of. We'll have to move some of the... We'll have to put a bigger barbette. And then we can adjust it, not a side gun. So, okay, so maybe we can make the actual Tillman-4 design. Wow. Yeah, okay, so this is it. Except instead of 17-inch guns, it would have had 18-inch guns. So, yeah. Let's get rid of that one. Maybe we should get rid of the 4-inch guns. Because, I mean, we don't really have any use for small 4-inch guns, do we? Yeah, this is, yeah, so, okay, so we're sort of there. Now the armor. So the Tillman's belt would have been about, some sources say 13 inches, I'm going to say 18. The belt extensions, we'll put that to about 6, not too thick. We'll put the top deck at 5.5. Deck extensions at 3.5. Turret, a foot. Just a foot thick turret. Yeah, just a foot thick. Nothing crazy. Turret tops are going to be... Oh, darn. We can't go any higher than that. Let's put the deck at just 5 flat. I guess 3 for the other... That maximum armor? Yeah. Barbette 3. Anti-torp. Let's assume we don't get torpedoes. Yeah, double bottom. Semi-open? Nope, that's 2. Just use forced boilers. We're going to keep auxiliary shaft. Could bring it down to 20 knots. I was hoping to keep that standard style 21, but it's okay if it's a little slower. It's a big ship. Hopefully we don't have to try to, or attempt to intercept the enemy. Let's use, yeah, hydroelectrics, okay. So, turret top 2.5, please. Secondaries at 2. If we can squeeze 2. Yep, we squeezed 2. So, then we round it all off with the conning tower. Okay, so how thick can we make the conning? If it's below a foot, I don't know. Eh. Maybe we can bring the belt down just a bit. Up the conning. To 20-inch. Yeah, 20-inch thick conning tower. Nope. Let's try to bring something up just a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Well, that's a Tillman. So, yeah. This is one of the styles of Tillman. The beginning styles were originally with 16-inch guns. They were going to be 16-inch. It was going to be a... It had the same amount of turrets. Actually, I think it would have had less turrets, but more barrels. Originally, Mr. Tillman wanted there to be, I think, 18-inch guns, but the Navy was like, we don't really have that many barrels, but we have tons of 16-inch gun barrels. And so they were like, okay, let's throw a bunch of 16-inch gun barrels on it then. And that's exactly what they did. Let's actually reduce that. 17-inch thick belt. 2.7-inch turret tops. Want to try to keep this thing a little thick. The secondaries, eh. Okay. Fine, I guess we're going to have to leave the secondaries there. But, yeah, so this is basically a Tillman. The first designs had the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It had 6 barreled 16-inch gun turrets, which looks something straight out of, you know, a comically weird, you know, just funny-looking ship. Then there were certain designs that basically just had a bunch of triple 16-inch gun turrets. Then there was this design. Instead of 17-inch guns, like I said, it had 18-inch guns. And, yeah. It was a crazy ship, to say the least. Maybe we can save weight by getting rid of that funnel, because apparently it says that the small funnel weighs less. Though apparently that's a lie. So we're going to have to use a standard funnel. Don't know how the standard funnel weighs less. 437 tons versus 551 tons. Whatever. So, yep. Now, this isn't really one of the This isn't really the later Tillman designs, because those actually weighed 80,000 tons. This one weighs as much as the first 3 or 4 designs with the 16-inch guns. But, hey, beggars can't really be choosers. So, yep, Tillman. We got 2 of these ships going up against pretty much a decent-sized German force. So, yeah, patrolling the North Sea around Scaffa Flow. Somehow the U.S. got there early, or later in the war. Yeah. Alright, so this is the enemy force. 4 battleships, 2 cruisers, 2 heavy cruisers. We have 2 Tillman-style class design battleships. So let's see how this works. And there they are. Hoo-hoo. No, don't turn, dummy. I guess you could. Oh, and in case you're wondering, I increased the armor on the, I was lucky enough to increase the armor on the conning tower. Oh, we caught someone on fire, and all their little guns are engaging. Okay, I hit that little cruiser. Woohoo, we destroyed one of her main guns. Let's go and see her before we actually destroy her. Ooh, we got pierced. Below the waterline, actually. We need to figure out what the enemy has. Hopefully they don't have, you know, 17-inch guns either. But that's a battlecruiser. We think it's a battlecruiser. I think it is a battle cruiser. Ooh, she's sinking fast. Put some holes in her. It's a BB. She has 14-inch guns. She is flooded. And there she goes. Oh, yep. There we go. Okay. Crew kept her alive pretty well. Another BB. Oh, damn it. They're turning away. We gotta get a little closer, if you will. There we go. We got 2 fires on the battleship. William de Gross. Kaiser Wilhelm de Grossa. Whoop. Nope. There we go. How's she doing? Oh, she's flooding fast. Wow, these 17-inch guns just love deep armor piercing. And she is listing. And she just went up in flames. Ammo detonation. I didn't see a, what's the word? Let's focus on them battle cruisers. They should be a little easier. They got lighter armor and they're faster. 28 knots. There we go. It did pierce, but, I mean, it didn't really hurt. There we go. Flooding. 5 fires. Oh, she is engulfed in flames. And she's turning to engage us. She thinks she can. Go ahead. She's just going to sink, though. Okay. Move on to the next battle cruiser. There we go. We got a fire on her. We're bouncing shots, too. Seeing the rounds just... Punk. Oh, they hit our funnel. Ooh! That was fast. Same at the lead. Bring all of our guns to bear. Oh, we're getting flooding below the waterline. Fine-ish. Oh, we gotta slow down to 15 knots. Ooh, I think we might have gotten a little too close for comfort. Ooh, we got a flash fire. Jeez. Oh. All right, Illinois, it's up to you. Let's hit the max speed that we got here. We were able to also squeeze out 22 knots. Make her pay. Shoot her. Okay, yeah, I think we are a little too close. Yeet. Keep that heading. Got us on our rear. got her real well, and she's flooding fast. Alright, engage the heavy cruisers. None of those were hits. Oh, damn it, they're turning away. And they're a lot faster than us. Oh, they don't have torpedoes. Hmm. Yeah, okay. I guess while we close in, I guess I'll talk about a little bit more about Tillman. The Tillman class. So, in case you are wondering, the Navy did consider a Tillman, but it wasn't Mr. Tillman's actual design, the ones that he wanted. It was the original version of the South Dakota Class. I'll link the Wikipedia page to that in the description because, I mean, I think it would have been okay. It had some incredible torpedo defenses, but I think that it would have been a pretty crazy ship if it was designed. It would have been slow, admittedly. Alright, so we hit the Melken. I'm not going to pronounce it. German ship. We hit the big German ship. We flooded some of our lower decks. That was a hit too. They destroyed one of our casemates, didn't they? Hoo-hoo. They destroyed that casemate. Hit her? Okay, I think it's time that we bring them our full broadside because now we're sort of we're a lot closer. Ooh, 900 damage. Wow. Oh, she's going down. Now it's the Dessau. It's like Nassau, but with a D. Ooh, we got her. We destroyed a main gun and a secondary. And all those missed. Is she turning away? I think that we're the ones actually getting a little bit further away from her. Ooh. There we go. Oh, only 95 damage, a 17-inch hit, but it overpinned. Okay. Whatever you say. So, we're slowly getting closer. And our guns are slowly also starting to miss more. Hopefully that brings all the guns to bear. It brings some of them. There we go. A hit, and it just did structural damage. Oh, wow, that was 1,000 plus. Whew. Well, she's slowly flooding, but her structural damage is just... oof. We overpierced her bow. Destroyed another one of her secondaries. Was that a 17? No, that was an 8-inch. Okay. When does the broadside fire? Oh, there it is. Oh, rudder damage. Now she's slowly starting to flood. Slowly. She's flooding fast. And she's dead in the water, too. She's slowing. You can hear the ship moan. How'd y'all miss? She's just sitting there. Oh, come on. Well, I mean, it's an 8-inch, but I mean, they hit her. There we go. The Tillman wins against a small squadron from Germany's High Seas Fleet. So, yeah, that was the Tillman design. I liked it, apart from the actual USS Tillman getting blown to shit with a flash fire. I think that was mostly my fault, because I got her a little too close to the point that those 14-inch guns could actually pierce her belt armor. So, yeah, honestly, decent design. If the U.S. actually built it, I bet that we would look at it and go like, well, we built it, it was a waste of everything, but now we got a really big battleship. And I bet it would have, the Navy's version, the South Dakota style, the original South Dakota Class, would have probably been, I would like to say, okay. I think it would have been better, because it would have been more realistic. And then the versions built after that probably would have also been a little bit more realistic, compared to 80,000 ton, barely fits through the Panama Canal, bunch of 16-inch guns or 17-inch guns, thick armor, just, you know, insane size of a ship. But anywho, if y'all want to see more, go ahead and leave a comment. If you didn't like the video, I understand. Spend a little bit more time building the ship than I did fighting with it, but I'll pick another design ship. I got a few written down and on my phone, so try to design those next time around. But yeah, and if y'all did like this, go ahead, check out the channel. If y'all like those videos, go ahead and subscribe. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and have a great day.